Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host Paul James. Today I'm joined by Matto Phillips. How are you, mate?
I'm good. I think we're almost into month 4 or 5 of Where in the World is Damien Camilleri?
We're trying hard to get him back because as I dropped in a chat earlier this week, episode 200, ignoring our bullshit naming conventions and all that sort of stuff that we've got going with the parts and all that sort of stuff we had going early days, episode 200 is next week. So I want him back. And I think we're gonna he kind of still gave the I don't know, like maybe I don't, restrictions are down. If I have to get this guy and just sit him right here, like just I don't know on my shoulder or something, or we just split the thing and take we share the mic, I don't care.
Or we all come together for one night only.
We'll do
episode
Doonies.
200 in this. Oh, there we go.
Doonies. We've got to go down to Doonies. I know them. They'll let me do it now.
So,
A few of them know that I'm the games media guy.
Yeah, what day they shut? We can just hop in there for the.
Not our day. Oh yeah, that's all right. We don't even inconvenience him, or we do it totally inconvenience him, and customers just walk through our shot all the time, and it'll be the worst episode of anything you've ever seen.
Or it could be the best episode.
It could be the best. I don't have a mixing board. I don't have any of that sort of stuff. So I think we'll still have to do it our normal way. But maybe I'll get Damo to sit right here if need be. We'll make sure he comes over. We'll share the same mic.
Or he can sit on the floor.
Yeah, and he won't hear shit either because we only got there'll be one set of headphones.
So you're gonna have to be his interpreter.
Just can you fit this around your head? No, because he's got a big ass head. All right, episode 200 next week though. We'll do something and hopefully Damo can be along for it. We haven't thought at all about what we could be doing, so it could be just a standard episode and you'll all be underwhelmed. But would you expect anything less?
Via phone call.
Yeah, we won't even have video. It'll just be we'll go that time when you had Tom Hanks, covering your head, all that sort of stuff. It's not even us. We'll just do impersonations the entire episode.
We have him as Terry Crews.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I've got an idea for the episode. If Damo can't make it, I'll run it by you later. Anyway,
okay.
It's patched updates time, and we can talk about all the games that we've been playing. We kicked this to the curb last week so that we could talk about Splinter Cell. And apparently the internet is enjoying that episode. It's really taken off in like the last 24 hours. It's been caught in some sort of algorithm and now people are checking it out on YouTube, which is great news. But patched updates time. We talk about all the games we've been playing. Matto, we've already identified that I've got a massive list, so it's probably not a bad idea if you start. Maybe you'll knock off one or two off mine. So let's see how we go.
I don't know about that, but we'll never know. Never know.
But we will. We'll know shortly.
But we'll go back to last month, as I was playing Dead Space.
Oh, that's right.
But I don't know if I said if I finished it or not. I don't think
you had finished it. No.
Well, I did finish it. And
you moved on to Dead Space 2?
Not yet. I will soon, because there's other games this month that are coming out that got my attention. Yeah, I don't know what it was.
As in stuff that came out this past month, or stuff that's
coming out this month in November. There's a few games there.
You're a Pokemon dork.
Yes,
you are. Yeah, because
I've played all the Pokemon games. Just Gold, Silver. You've heard me say it before.
We've heard the joke.
I don't have to go through it again.
One generation.
So X, Y, Black, White. All the ones that are from 10 years ago.
I'll be down to only one generation that I won't have played after this.
Really?
Which will be Black and White. Because Platinum, Diamond, I didn't play. Diamond and Pearl, I didn't play, and this will be my chance to fix that up. And then inevitably we'll get a remake of Black and White in the next few years, and that's it. I'll be all caught up.
Yeah, cool. That's great. Well, anyway,
that wasn't at all relevant to what you were talking about, though.
Wow. Well, you never know. I could be playing Pokemon next month. You don't know. Probably not. But
I will be.
Finish that. I will get onto Dead Space 2 eventually.
Good. When it's even better than the first.
That's good, because that end boss was underwhelming. Because I thought it was going to be this big fight and nothing.
No.
Because that thing in the bloody tunnel was 10 times more difficult than that. I thought, this is going to be a big fight, and about 5 minutes later, done. I thought, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty underwhelming.
I thought maybe I powered up my weapons or something. Nah, I shot it with like a dodgy pistol, which I didn't upgrade, and it was done. I thought, okay.
Yeah, the final boss was pretty underwhelming, but Dead Space 2, better in almost every single way.
Well, that's good. I'll get onto that. after I play my Pokemons and all the other games that are
Good.
coming out. Then, next game I decided to play. I played it today actually. It was just waiting for another game to download. It didn't download.
Oh.
It was called Donut Country.
Oh, Donut County, yeah.
Or County, yeah. I thought I'd play this because I just read the stories like, you are a hole and you eat everything. I thought, well, that sounds fun. That's pretty much all you do. There is a story to it. There's about a raccoon and a hole and an app trying to win a helicopter thing. That's pretty much the story.
People love that game. I don't. I say that.
I love it. I was say enjoy it. It's just I thought just to fill in an hour and a bit. I thought I'd just play it.
Yeah, but broadly, people seem to like most people who play it seem to love it, and I couldn't stand it, but I still got the platinum because it was an easy plat.
I think it's just one of those games. It's just a nice, relaxing game where you just let things just
fall in your hole.
Fall in your hole. That's pretty much it. And then the more things you grab, the bigger the hole gets. Let's move on from there.
This is about as appealing as it sounds. If you've not seen or heard of Donut County before, it's exactly what you think it is based on that description.
You're a hole. And that's what I mean.
And your hole gets wider and wider as more and more things go into it. There we go.
Okay, moving on to the next game, which was I've been playing a lot of these franchises, but it's you haven't played it yet. You said you're going to get around to it. Haven't yet. One day. You'll get there one day. Yakuza 4.
Oh, yeah, right. Oh, you are still just working your way through them. Nice.
Just working my way through them, and then played that, finished it. Didn't enjoy it to start off with because it was a little bit different this time. I won't give anything away. Like 1 to 3, you play one character.
Yeah.
That's it. In 4, you play 4 different characters, and it threw me off because I was like, I want the other guy. And he did turn up eventually, but then the story got good and I started getting excited, like, ooh, this is good. I like it. Even though it's really weird. It's one of those games, when people complain like, oh, it's the same as the other one, this and that, blah, blah, blah.
I mean, aren't they all in the case of Yakuza pretty much?
Pretty much. It's pretty much the exact same town, but I think at the end of the day, it's not massive. You don't have to, something like, I don't know, GTA or Red Dead, where you don't have to go 10 minutes to your mission. It's like
in the case of Red Dead, it doesn't have Mexico, which is good.
Yes, it's just it's like a 20-second walk to your mission, and that's it. And you're not forced to do anything else. It's not one of those Ubisoft things where you have to grind. None of that. You just want to do it, go do it. If you get distracted, so be it.
Yeah.
Like you can go bowling, you can play some baseball, go golfing, play some pool. If you really want to do it. Table tennis, but don't do it. I don't like the mini games, they're rubbish. I couldn't figure out half of it most of the time anyway. But, yeah, finished that. It's good fun.
I'll get there
then, one day. Like I said, you always said that, but next I decided, this is a bit of a mixed one. Don't know if you got it or not. The Nintendo Switch Online.
Oh, yeah.
The new stuff.
Thanks to Nintendo for actually, I mean, I upgraded my family one, but thanks to Nintendo actually for sending me a code to get a year on my special new account that I have to use for anything they provide me. They threw me a bone and said, hey, we're not going to make you, sure, we'll give you all this, we're not going to make you pay for the online just so that you can play it a certain way. So here you go, here's a...
Oh, that's incredibly nice of them.
It was nice.
If only Sony did stuff like that.
I mean, they do a little bit.
But not as much.
I don't want to show my hand too much.
No.
But possibly the internet already knows by the time this goes up. I don't even know yet. There is something in the post coming from PlayStation for me right now. I don't know what it is.
Is it Jim Ryan's hand?
Hopefully it's Jim Ryan's head.
A molded head of Jim Ryan.
His actual head.
Coated in gold.
But there's something in the post from PlayStation. Now, I have seen Shannon Grixty from Press Start, head of Press Start there. He tweeted out on the weekend that he'd gotten some of the black headphones. PlayStation had sent them to him, so I'm wondering if maybe I'm getting the same. I don't know. But if that's the case, I've got a second set of headphones, and if anyone wants them, just hit me up.
Bite to the death. Bring
It
me
was a
Jim
Halloween
Ryan's
sale. I thought
head.
it might have been some gimmicky pack of stuff there, but I still have no idea what it is. It hasn't arrived as of
Could be.
Sunday night when we recorded this.
Well, it could be. In Australia at the moment, deliveries are
Australia
delayed, so it could be a Halloween thing.
Yeah.
Maybe next year.
We'll see.
But the Nintendo Switch Online, mainly one game, which was Star Fox 64.
Oh, they calling it Star Fox 64. They're not
They
calling
call
it
it Star
Light
Fox.
Wars.
They're not calling it like that was.
Arseholes.
Which, yeah, how
Pay
dare
some
they?
respect.
Unbelievable. But we're playing that a lot.
How good is that game?
I know. It's only a short game. It's like an hour if you do the whole thing. But I reckon I've played about 5 or 6 times already. Or to get to 1,000 points. I just want to get to the 1,000. 1,000 points. That's all I'm aiming. I'm so close.
I can't remember how the points kind of work, so I won't comment too much on that. But
and then Jamie does it first go.
Oh, Jamie's a freak in the nicest way possible. Jamie, I know you're listening. You're a freak. Stop being so good at games.
Makes me so depressed. It feels like my older brother again. It's just, I did this score. Then he comes in like, let me just
clowns you out.
Just pound out any confidence you had. It's like, I got this fast time. Oh, let me fix that up then. Then I played some Mario Kart 64.
I'm keen to get into the 64 games on there. Haven't had a chance
yet. I forgot about the when the computer characters, other 7 opponents, where they just magically disappear off the map.
Oh, as in, like, if you get too far ahead, like they just kind of...
No, this is like right next to me. It was like Donkey Kong was there, and then all of a sudden just disappeared.
Oh. No, I don't remember that at all.
I do. It always happens, like they just disappear, just fade away while you're driving. I don't know where they go to, but
yeah,
it was just weird. And then I decided to play the game that everyone thinks is the best game of them all, which is
Final Fantasy 9.
Oh, that's not on there yet.
Yeah, right. It wasn't on the 64.
Oh yeah, that too. Like Final Fantasy was on the Super Nintendo.
It was. And you can get Final Fantasy 9 on your Switch anyway, but you can fix this. You can fix this. In fact, I think 9 might even be free on Game Pass. I'm not 100% sure, but I think it might be.
Yeah, but then I can't do the platinum achievement of doing 1,000 jumps on a skipping rope.
Holy shit. Have I come clean about that yet?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you did. You told me about it. I don't know if you told everyone else.
Internet.
I'm pretty sure you did.
Internet. Let's get this out of the way now. For anyone who's listening, that I know that you were... There were people. I was finding flowers and like cards and everything on my doorstep because people were so impressed that I jumped that skipping rope over 1,000 times to get that obscenely hard trophy. So this is where I come clean on what happened. You can play your PS4 or PS5 remote play onto your PC. I then installed something on my computer, like an auto key thing. That someone had developed so that it would do the jumping for you.
Oh, you dirty cheater!
So I set the auto key up, connected my PlayStation up to the computer via remote play, and it did it for me. Which also I didn't like. I guess I just don't know shit about computers. That blew my mind when that happened. Like that was a thing. Because I was just like, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? This is insane. Now, it still took like 40 minutes of, I guess, like tuning the auto key so it was right in sync, but eventually it got there. But the whole thing, like, this is crazy talk to me.
Well, at least you admitted that you did cheat, so...
Yeah. A friend of mine once said, lose if you... what is it? Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
Well, that's some good advice.
He then tried to cheat at trivia that night, and I smacked him for it because we were on the same team.
Oh, take that.
We went on to win because he cheated.
Don't we all? Until you get caught. Just remember Lance Armstrong. Everyone flew as an inspiration, and then all of a sudden, did you cheat? Yes. Okay.
Dodgy
cool.
bastard. So yeah, that's me coming clean about that one. But anyway,
but trying to play 64, doesn't matter. Like playing 64 games on this thing, it confuses the shit. It does, but you just gotta rewire your brain a little bit, because I know with the 64 controller, your Z button was with this button with your finger.
It was on the back, yeah.
Yeah, but that's okay because it's your LZ button on the Pro
Right.
controller.
Yeah, because we've got two
No, that's
two
not.
bumpers these days.
Yeah, which is not too bad
Oh
because
wait. Yeah, you've got two bumpers these days.
because your fingers usually there anyway, so it doesn't matter. The C buttons though
Hang on.
is your right joystick.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it's like C to the right would be the right. It would would be right on the right stick and.
Yeah,
Well,
and
yeah.
your A and B buttons are one above the wrong way.
They're backwards.
Not backwards, like you know, with the A and B's like that way.
Oh yeah.
It's that way,
Because
so it confuses the hell out of you.
Blue and
Yeah,
green, but A and B are backwards here. Oh, Nintendo.
it confused the hell out of me because I'm trying to press like go back and I'm saving. Like, no, I don't want to save. I just want to go back. And then I was trying to figure out what the red button was. I was scratching my head.
Wasn't that start?
It's the start button. Yeah,
Which
I
is
was there going.
Plus.
Yeah, plus.
Yeah.
But I was there trying to figure out like what the hell was the red button back in the day. If I was smart, I would have just gone and found a 64 controller and just looked at it. No, I was there just pressing every button, going no, 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 no. Yes. But, yeah, Ocarina of Time, I say the graphics, wow. I mean, some of them is just absolutely pixelation. I don't know if it's because you're on a higher resolution
Oh
screen.
yeah. And 16:9 versus 4:3 and all that.
Yeah, I'm just looking at it going, wow, is that what I thought graphics were? It's like, wow, these are amazing back in 1998. 23
And now it
years
just
ago.
looks like shit. But that said, though, I mean, things always looked a bit better on the CRT back in the day.
Yes, that is true.
Like when you try and take a game that was designed for that aspect ratio and CRTs, and then drag it across to a format that's just basically not that. It doesn't translate overly well, which is why some remasters have been particularly effective in recent years.
So Star Fox still looks pretty good.
Oh, sweet.
Surprisingly, it's like a
I mean-
23-year-old game and it still looks good.
Sweet.
It's
I
just
can get around that.
when Peppy tells me to do a barrel roll, it says press this button. Like, no, Peppy, that's the wrong button. I
Wait,
don't have a Z button.
They didn't even alter the button prompts, the button commands.
Well, no, because considering that most people probably playing it with a 64 controller if they got one.
Oh yeah. I want to do
say-
that. I can't at the moment.
Yeah, do you buy more collector's editions?
No, I can't at the moment because I forgot my.
Oh yeah, the membership. Yeah, okay, yeah. The number, yeah.
No, not the membership. No,
That one.
like I recently got a new phone. Like I upgraded my phone, and in the process, my Google Authenticator
Oh
got
no.
wiped. But then I never kept the backup codes because I was like, I don't
Yeah.
need backup codes. I've got this thing on my phone. It's always going to be there. What's the issue? Not realizing that it was going to lose sight of all that when I like everything else transferred over just fine, click of a finger, but that disappeared. So I lost my backup code. So I'm currently working with Nintendo at the moment to just basically restart that so I can get my two-factor authentication and can actually get in. Because I'm putting my password in right, but because it wants to do 2FA, I can't go any further. So that actually stops me from getting into the, as well as things on the Switch, it also stops me from getting onto their website and then buying the controller. So
Controls.
it's probably not a bad thing on their part. Like, good on you, Nintendo. You've curbed my spending.
Oh. Yeah, you probably go spend on something else.
I've bought a
But
bit
then,
recently.
yeah, then I played a little bit of the Sega stuff, but not a lot.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. They're there too.
Same again. I don't know what button does what in that. Because I never used to have a Sega.
It still throws me off that they haven't altered the controls though, because if they're able to put online in for like something like Mario Kart, you can play that online against people. If they can do that, surely they could get in and just alter what prompt appears to say press this instead. Like that shouldn't be hard.
Well, who knows? We don't know. They could be like, yeah, well, yeah, but nah, yeah, but
Weird Nintendo decisions.
it's
Or
not
a lack of
DLC.
decisions.
We can't do it. Right, now, onto my final game. The game that everyone talked about being the greatest of all time, which was The Shitty Witcher.
Oh, you're playing Breath of the Wild. Yeah, go on.
I played it, I finished it, and to be perfectly honest, all those people that say, oh, it's the greatest Zelda of all time, you're all idiots.
You're still wrong. Good.
Still wrong. I played that, finished, I was like, oh, thank goodness. It's just, I just don't care. I really don't. It's just one of those games. Even the exploration I don't get because I didn't even explore half the map and finished it.
It just
Weird.
wasn't interesting to me. The world wasn't
No.
fun to navigate. And then, of course, there's all the things we usually complain about. You know, the stamina and the swords breaking and all
Weapons,
that
blah
sort of thing.
blah
But
blah.
we've done that to death. But
Yes,
the world, yeah, I don't know.
but I didn't even see the point of going to the forest. Just to get a sword, then just leave. That's
Yeah, pretty
really
much.
it. And wherever else I was about to go, didn't really care. Didn't have to do it. If I knew that from the start, wouldn't have bothered to do it.
Good on you though for seeing it out though. Like you committed to this and you did it.
I did. I thought, nah, I'm gonna finish it. I thought, screw it. I'm gonna do it, not get distracted, and that's what I did.
You're a better man than I.
Uh, I strongly advise to not play it.
I won't then.
Ah, good. I care if you want.
No.
Just so you know you've played it.
Well, I've played it.
Just haven't finished it.
No, I've played it and finished it. I just don't want to play it again.
Oh yeah, me either. Straight back to EB it goes. Trade it in. Or maybe I'll keep it.
Look, I mean, I still like the statue that I got from the game. Like the Master Sword statue's up the top there. Just.
Yeah, but the
there
Master
for
Sword's in every game.
But anyway,
That's an icon.
that's like the best thing about the game was the sword that they threw in.
And that's me done. That's
Alright.
enough. That's enough shitty witchy talk. I don't want to talk about the side missions because they're pointless.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Not like The
yeah, I
Witcher
wasn't.
3 where they're worth it.
Did you try any of the DLC stuff since they've added more there, or
No.
you weren't prepared to spend any more money on it?
No.
That's
Or I didn't even do the X Chrono Blades or whatever it was.
Yeah, right.
Mission. Didn't do that either. Couldn't care less.
To hell with it. All right, so my list is fairly long, and a lot of the stuff, though, most people have seen me talk about in some way, shape, or form on either the website or the YouTube channel, which might mean that I can keep some of these a little bit shorter because I'll just say go check out the content. But
Did I even cross off any of yours?
hey, you
Did I even cross off
a
zero?
grand total of none.
Wow.
Nintendo Switch
We do-
OLED
we
model.
do better with our top tens of
I'll
crossing
make
each
sure I
other
get
out.
us like a reflection of us in there.
Hey, there's my head.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that when I was doing the unboxing for it. But Nintendo sent me one of these bad boys. So thank you very much to Nintendo for providing an OLED because it's a pretty cool unit. I've spent a lot of time playing this thing specifically in handheld mode. It obviously doesn't do anything else for you on like when you project it onto the big screen. But the OLED screen is fantastic when it comes to playing handheld.
How many more times do you have to show that?
Look at that kickstand.
That's a good kickstand.
And look at how far back
Compared
it cranks. Like
now-
you
Oh,
can just,
wow.
It's almost a full 180, so you can just prop it on, and it cranes at any point. It doesn't click into spots. Like it's wherever you want on whatever angle you want, which is fantastic.
And all I've got is this shitty little stand.
Yeah. Yeah, I've still got one more Switch of those actually.
I wouldn't call that.
Thanks to
that's not even-
Nintendo,
that's a leg.
they've
That's not even a
provided me
stand.
2 Switches in the space of like a month. One which was one of those, but it was like a 20. There's a whole bunch of back end stuff that I shouldn't be necessarily talking about, so I won't. But they've provided me one from like a newer model that's kind of got the improved battery. They sent me an OLED, and so is that. Yeah, it looks
That's
a lot
the
like
newer
yours.
one.
That's one of the newer ones with the improved battery.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got one of those then. The OLED, and I actually just now that Metro's opened back up, I went straight down to EB Games yesterday and traded in my 2 old Switches. Got $600 for them. Not each.
Whoa.
Like $300 each. Because I've become a level 5 member at EB, so I got an extra 25% trade value. But even then, $240 each is not too bad for some things that I've had since 2017. So traded them both in, got some cash, got these 2 cool Switches from Nintendo. Thank you, Nintendo. But I put them to good use. I've been playing Metroid Dread on it. Again, there's lots of stuff on the YouTube channel as well as the website when it comes to that game. So go check all those thoughts out.
With someone other than Matt Houston to talk about.
Yes, Bryce DeWitt from the House of Mario for the review discussion, and then obviously the written review on the website. I may as well continue down this OLED path actually, and I'll just have to cross things off as I go.
How many more times do you have to say OLED till Nintendo's happy?
32.
32 more times. Okay, I'll keep track
Just
of that.
in the case of this episode. So on my OLED, I've been playing Mario Party Superstars as well. That again, thanks Nintendo for that one. The reason I'm taking all these on at the moment is because of some of this other business that's going on the back end. They basically want it played on the best possible Switch, so I'm playing it on the OLED at the moment. And once we get more people on the team, we'll share it all around. So expect
we can all get OLEDs.
Yeah, expect me to be playing Pokemon most likely as well for review. But anyway, we'll see what happens there. Mario Party Superstars, you can go check that review out as well. Oliver Brandt from Vooks came along to join me and talk about that one. OLED. I just dropped that in there that time. We're already taking the piss out of it. But
OLED.
The game's fantastic. It's one of the best Mario Parties I've played in since the beginning. But the catch is that it's pulled on all the best bits of all the others. Like so
it's like the old Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Get all the best tracks.
Exactly.
That's right. Because I haven't played since 2, so I'm gonna get all the good ones.
Yeah. No, I reckon it's definitely worth getting in on. I had a great time with it. Even when you actually jump into the main world, if you have any memories from the original Mario Party, then you'll recognize the main kind of overworld thing straight away. Like it's got the pipe in the middle. There's all the little the houses around it. Like the layout is exactly the same as the original Mario Party, but then they've pulled on the best, basically 100 games from the history of the franchise up to this point. So
how many have there been? 8 or 9?
10.
It's been a lot. 10.
And there was one on the DS. And there might have been one other one somewhere along the way as well. So, but 10 kind of core ones. Yeah, there'll be some other spin-offs too, I'm sure, that I'm not thinking of. But it's awesome. It's a lot of fun. It's still got its issues. Mario Party will always have its issues. Like the rubber banding they have in place is still infuriating. Like with Mario Kart, the stuff that drags you back from a mile in front, and all of a sudden Bowser you get hit by Bowser like laser beam, and all of a sudden you've just lost everything. That you spent 20 plus turns grinding away at, destroying everyone else, winning every mini game, and then just lose it all. It's soul destroying.
Why isn't there a setting for that?
Yeah.
Rubber band mode. Off.
What else have I been playing on the Switch? Trios, which is I got hit up by Samurai Punks, the local developers. They did things like Screen Cheat and a whole bunch of other awesome titles over the journey. But their most recent game, and actually stay tuned for Dev Diary this week, the co-founder of the company is going to be on the show. But they sent me Trios, which is literally a maths game. Like the whole thing is...
Oh, it's up your alley.
It's right up my alley. Even the email's like, hey, your games media, we know you from Dev Diary.
And you're a maths teacher.
And we also know you're a maths teacher. Here's a code. Here's 2. So I got one for the Switch, one for PC. Forward to the one for PC onto Jess from the website. We did a little collab written piece there. But yeah, I mean, the whole goal is you've got, like, they put a whole bunch of numbers and operations on the screen and then like one big target number, and you've just got to get that number. And they play like lo-fi Zen beats in the background. It's not bad, actually. As much as it might seem pretty, and it can be actually pretty intimidating. Like even for me, I've questioned whether I'm actually a good teacher off the back of this.
Are you a maths teacher?
It's got me like I'm screwed. I don't know if I'll actually be able to progress. And it's gotten me to the point where I'm a little bit anxious about my job, and I shouldn't keep telling people about this because then I'll expose myself. But anyway, Trios is a pretty cool game. But just that caveat, you need to be at least kind of into numbers, or at least looking for like some brain training, that sort of stuff, like the old Nintendo stuff. I've been playing that on the Switch. I've also, and I'm allowed to say this as of the actual embargo time, 3 hours ago, we had a video go up on the website and a written review about Unpacking, another local product. The folks who were responsible for Assault Android Cactus, of all games, so like a twin stick, awesome shooter, created Unpacking, which is a game where you literally unpack, like you've moved into new houses and you're unpacking all your stuff. And it's basically a narrative adventure, like a little puzzle game, kind of. Certain things need to be in certain places and that sort of thing. But
so it's not like the opposite of moving out.
We're just tossing shit in through the window.
Yeah.
No. That'd be kind of cool though. Maybe that's a crossover that needs to happen. That's it. I'm tweeting about that. I'm tweeting about that before this video goes live. I will have tweeted out about that, I'm sure. But anyway, the game's pretty sweet. Like it's got a cool story to tell. The whole thing, like it doesn't really, like, there's no exposition, there's no dialogue, there's no text boxes. There's just all the boxes of your stuff that you've taken from place to place, and you're just moving it and putting it into, whatever setup you've got in the new houses that you're moving into. But each time it's kind of as a result of the stuff that some new things appear, some old things that you used to have disappeared, and you're kind of learning about this person and how they've kind of grown up. It skips for there's about 5 or 6 levels if I remember, and each one there's a few years between them. But because there's a few years between them, and some of these items come and go, you learn a little bit about who this person is, what they're into, what's happened in their life. Actually, I won't spoil a whole lot of it, but you learn about their relationships because all of a sudden you start seeing other people's things popping up in there and all that sort of stuff. So it's really smartly told. But anyway, go check out the review and the review discussion that will go live about that. They're already up as of 3 hours ago from when this podcast goes live. That's all the Switch stuff done. So now the PlayStation.
No more OLED stuff.
No more OLED stuff. OLED. How many more times do I need to say it?
You're up to 6, so you got another 26 to go.
Oh, I'm screwed. A couple quick fire ones that I've done a little bit with. Crysis, the remaster or the trilogy remaster, because I can run that on a PlayStation. My PlayStation can run Crysis. I've been playing that. Alan Wake, I've only touched on, but I want to get back to it. I loved Alan Wake back on the 360, and I want to finish that one off. But I just got to find the time with all the other new releases. I played it for Player 2 Plays, want to go back and finish it because I want to play it properly on PlayStation, but because I already know what it's all about, it can kind of fall back in the pile a little bit.
Just a man about a torch.
An epic story about a man with a torch. Nickelodeon All-Stars Brawl. It's Smash Brothers, but with Nickelodeon characters. You can play as Reptar versus CatDog versus Aang from Avatar versus Oblina from Are Real Monsters versus Ren and Stimpy.
So is Are Real Monsters still around? What? Hey, wait. Ninja Turtles is Nickelodeon?
Ninja Turtles is Nickelodeon versus SpongeBob versus Helga from Hey Arnold.
Oh my god.
It is just the craziest mix-up of characters in a pretty mediocre fighter, if I'm being honest.
Is there any blood?
No.
Damn.
It's a Smash Brothers knockoff, and look, it's fine, but everything's just clunky in comparison. There's barely any modes. It's all pretty basic, and I think they know it, but they just tried to cash in on making a Smash Brothers clone and all their franchises. But it's just good enough, and when I say just good enough, it's really mediocre. The review's up on the website.
Even any of those franchises still around? I mean, I haven't heard from Are Real Monsters in years.
No. Most of them would.
I know
Rugrats Turtles and
Rugrats has made a comeback.
Rugrats will be there. There were some others that I don't know of. I can't even think of their name now. Obviously, SpongeBob is going strong, so SpongeBob's still there.
What about the Angry Beavers?
No, the Angry Beavers weren't there. I don't know if they're Nickelodeon or not. But I want Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life. Give me Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life. Damn it.
Is Nigel Thornberry in there?
Nigel Thornberry is in there. Yes, he is.
Oh, smashing.
So look, it's fun because they're known characters. That's about, and the novelty of getting them to beat the shit out of each other is pretty funny. I'm into it just enough that if they drop some DLC for more characters, I'd consider it at least. But it's not a good game. 3 others, Story of Seasons. Because I love a farming sim. I've been playing that. There's a review discussion on the YouTube channel as well for it. I love farming sims. Let's make sure we use that sim really importantly.
Just not farming simulator?
Yeah, not farming simulator. How
is that too simulated?
Too simulated. It's not fake enough for me. Ryan Betson, who I did the review discussion with, pointed out a flaw in my logic where I was like, you get a horse, you can buy chickens, you can get cows, all that sort of thing. The thing that he's pointed out, I thought I was doing a very you can't there's romantic interests that you can mix with during the game and whatever, and that's fine. But they're all already named characters. Hey, yeah, other people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was just I thought being with farms, and I thought, oh no, we're not going down this path.
No, proper romantic interest with people in the little town. But
so it's a simulator mixed with reality TV. So it's the old farmer wants a wife.
Yeah, let's go with that. But because they're already named, I'm like, well, I'm sure you probably did it back in the day with various games you play. If they gave you an opportunity to name a character, you'd try and inject your friends or whatever into it, right?
Oh, just stupid names.
Oh, okay, well, I try and
Something
drop
like
friends and that sort of thing in there. So I thought,
something like Pokemon
yeah,
back in the day.
something like Pokemon you might name.
Used to call Gary Dickhead or
Okay, well, I didn't do that, but
or Dipshit.
I did do that one, actually.
Your opponent is Dipshit. Like, really?
So I thought, like, noble gesture. I can't name one of these girls that I'm chasing after as by my wife's name, and then try and get them ready. So I'll make, like, what's the most graceful animal that I could possibly have here? The horse. So I named her after. I named the horse after her, and Ryan's pointed out just how horrible that could potentially sound. Like, despite any and all good intentions, I am calling
your wife a horse.
I named my wife a horse. So yeah, go check out the review discussion where we talk about that decision in depth and how flawed that one was. Lots of laughs were had. It's one of the most enjoyable review discussions I've ever had so far. Far Cry 6 I've been playing a fair bit of. Still got a little bit more left to go. That kind of got lost in the shuffle with everything that's come out since. There was a review discussion with myself and Matt Hewson, finally, one with him, where we talked about that in a fair bit of detail. He had finished it. I was still chipping away at it, and I'm still chipping away at it just because of everything else that's come out since. But go check out that one. And finally, the game that I've been spending my time with most recently, Guardians of the Galaxy, which is sweet. Really good.
I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Yeah.
Square Enix have really got to stop showing boring trailers.
Yeah. It didn't show very well. The comedy seemed pretty shit. Like, they just couldn't stick anything, but the actual final product was great. So had a great time with it, jumping into New Game Plus to try stuff out there, loving it. Just because. The trophy list is easy. I'll get the platinum. I haven't got it yet, but I'll get the platinum for that. It's one of my favourite games of the year. And not because it's necessarily doing anything revolutionary. In fact, it's pretty basic as a third-person shooter. But it's charming. It's funny.
Yeah.
It works.
It's got character.
Yeah. And
Jesus, it's all you need in a game. It does. I've been watching the old Twitch, some people. Was there one with it's like a pep talk or something where they put their hands in and start?
Yeah, there's like a huddle in the middle of combat. There's
huddle,
like a huddle,
one, yeah.
The huddle mechanic. Yeah, you bring them all in and kind of, whether it's Rocket or Groot or Gamora or Drax or whoever, they all kind of, they tell you what they're thinking. You being Star-Lord, tell you what they're thinking about the fight, and you've got to pick one of two responses to kind of get them. Make sure their heads stay in the game. So they might come in real negative, and so you need to pick them up, or maybe they're really amped and you need to dial them back so that they kind of have a level head, or whatever the case happens to be. You need to pick the right response, and everyone gets a power boost. If you don't, then only Star-Lord gets the boost. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. It's a bit weird, that mechanic, but it's fine. It works. It does do the thing where, like, you know what your target is, you know what you want to do, and they just throw wave after wave of enemy at you from time to time. It gets a bit much, but there's a lot that they do right. So I'm pretty confident that when the time comes and a sequel appears, a lot of the little issues they've had here or whatever all get patched up and things will be pretty good. So that's it.
But you just got to learn Square Enix to not make a boring trailer.
Yeah, and can we not have shit trailers?
Because when I saw, what was it? Was it E3?
Yeah, the E3.
I feel like it was
E3
E3.
one was. I didn't mind the E3 one, but I know a lot of people didn't. But there was another one afterwards that people were really down on, because I was even down on that one. Yeah, bad marketing. Do better.
They didn't learn from the Avengers.
No. Well, the case of the Avengers, it was bad marketing and a bad game, but this one was just bad marketing.
Bad marketing and a good game.
Yeah.
Well, they got one part right. Let's be.
Cross our fingers and hope they can keep doing it in the future, because I assume they're probably going to throw more shit at the wall, try and get more Marvel licenses. Well, that's it. What are you going to be playing over the course of next month? Dead Space 2.
Maybe not.
More Yakuza.
Forza 5.
Oh, yeah.
Forza 5, because that's coming out next month. That's on Games Pass. This one's on Games Pass too, which I didn't realise, which is Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Yeah, it's coming to Game Pass next month, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like almost next week. Yeah, from when this goes up next week.
Well, the 12th or something. And finally, I know I tried to play this game last year, but I got to hit with update after update after update. And then I just gave up. But now I've got fast internet. I can get this update done. That's Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Oh, sweet.
the game that I got with my other Xbox X or whatever it is, Xbox One X. I haven't been able to play it. I think I got it 2 years ago. Haven't been able to play it because of
You can
80
finally
gig
do it.
updates every damn time. So I could finally play it.
I liked the Modern Warfare campaign.
Yeah, a lot of people said it was actually good.
Yeah, it was really
Which is
smartly
good,
done.
nice. Because I haven't played a COD game since Modern Warfare 2. So
Yeah, they. I don't know.
and it feels like I haven't really missed out on much.
You haven't missed out on much for the most part, but yeah, Modern Warfare was great. So definitely enjoy that one when the time comes. I don't know if you go any further and do zombies or multiplayer or whatever, but the campaign was pretty sweet. I loved it. So
And I think the other one I might try and get around to play is Scarlet Nexus.
yeah, I'm keen to jump on that as well. I mean,
That's
it's on Game Pass,
Passes.
Yeah.
I think all the games I've got to play are pretty much all on Games Pass,
except COD,
except COD.
and you've already got it, so no harm. Yeah, for me, it'll be continuing to work through some of the games that I've already outlined today, the likes of Far Cry, for example. Unpacking was one of only 2 games that I actually had on my list for November to play. The other one was Pokemon. So I think,
Pokemon.
and even next month's a little bit like December's a little bit the same with Halo. And there's one other thing I can't think of right now. Oh, Solar Ash. I might go for old Chorves because Chorves is coming up.
Chorves. Is Chorves finally out?
Chorves is coming in December as well, but
Did they rename it?
yeah,
Well, they've
now
put
it's
all
just straight up
extra letters.
chorus. Well, they've clarified. Apparently, it was always chorus, but because they made it look like a V, you got dipshits like us that called it Chorvis. It's their own fault. You should have come up with a better.
You got to remember what people are on the internet.
Exactly.
They're all idiots. They'll
We're
just
all going
say
to take the piss out of you.
If they see the word Chorvis, they're gonna say Chorvis.
Yeah, Chorvis, Chorves, anything
And
but what you want it to be
if you
called.
change the name to whatever it's meant to be, people are still gonna call it Chorvis.
I'm going to keep calling it Chorves or Chorves. Yeah,
Chorves for short.
yeah. That'll
Play a
do.
bit of
Play some
Chorves. Well, if we go do that,
Naming conventions bullshit.
might go and play some Chorves.
Yeah.
Might
But
get on the
overall, it's going to be a
Chorves.
pretty quiet next couple of months, which I'm looking forward in terms of new releases, which is going to be good. Obviously, yeah, Halo's a big one, Pokemon are big ones, but it's going to be a quiet few months. So I'm looking forward to kind of doing what you've been doing a little bit, which is going back and just playing older stuff, or just filling in some of the gaps from this year. Oh, actually, I should. Death's Door, Doug.
Oh, PlayStation, yes.
Death's Door is coming to PlayStation this month, so that is definitely locked in now. Since that was announced last week, that's definitely happening. I'll be playing.
Yeah,
that.
the question is,
I'm not going to go for the platinum
unless
unless that achievement has changed.
The umbrella.
When it becomes a trophy, I'm not going to beat the game with an umbrella.
you never know, you might surprise yourself.
Look, I'm pretty
might be
good at it now, so
It
cool.
might be the most powerful weapon in the game. With it just lies to you. Those stats
when you
are
get to
a
the
lie.
final boss, it's actually elite. They just back it in that no one's going to try it out because they know it's shit, and then you actually take it out into the final boss and it just rips them apart.
One hit kill,
One
done.
shot. You just got to get in there, swipe. That's it. It's over. Beaten by an umbrella. Sucks shit. Anyway, we'll wrap things up there. If you enjoyed this episode of Patch, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. All the buttons down below. Hit the notification bell. That way you're alerted to every new video the moment it goes live on the channel. That includes Patched, More Player 2 Plays, Gamer School, a whole bunch of our review discussions. As I mentioned before, unpacking about 3 hours ago as of when this went live on both the podcast and YouTube feed, so go check that out. And a whole bunch more. There's some awesome stuff there, so please subscribe and go and check it out. Visit the website player2.net.au for reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, links to the podcast series, Patch, the Player 2 Pixelcast, and Dev Diary. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/player2au. Kick in a few bucks, lower tiers early access, higher tiers monthly episode exclusives. And finally, there's Twitter. You can find me at Paul James Games. Matto.
Oh, well, you're going first this time. Matto_Phil.
Had a moment.
Just had a
I
moment.
slipped into Player 2 Players mode for a second there. Player 2 AU for the website. And until next week, episode 200. Don't know what we're doing. Thanks all for watching. We'll see you later.
What question is, will Damo be here?
Dun dun dun.
Find out next week on Patched.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going the full Dragon Ball Z. Find out next time on... And then that's it.
Will Damo Camilleri be in Paul's shed?
See ya.